Michael Bublé, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
It is great to have you here.
It's great to be had.
And I mean, I'm very excited because I'm hearing all of these songs.
Oh, yeah.
The album is coming very, very soon. Nobody But Me. And actually, there's quite a meaning behind that title, isn't there?
It's pure ego. No,
You've done a lot more this time.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I felt like I had this great need. I had a kind of an epiphany where I'd been reading Time magazine, and in the back of Time magazine they'd interviewed this wonderful author named Brene Brown. I haven't read the book. I apologize for that, but I did read the interview, and in it she talked about success and failure and her hypotheses of why people either did one of each. And her reasoning was that people that were afraid to leave their comfort zone were destined for failure. And I knew.
So how have you left yours?
Well, number one, I decided that I would, for the first time in my life, take great control, and that being by producing my record. So I chose, you know, listen, I've had the greatest producers in the world that I've worked with, but I moved to working with the guys that I've worked on stage with for the last, 16 years of my life. And they're my brothers, and they sort of complete my musical sentences, and it allowed me really, truly to have great control. I mean, listen, man, I left my comfort zone by going into writing rooms and sort of, I used to write all my songs, like for instance, say Home, or a song like Everything. That would have been me sitting in a room, coming up with, say the melody concept, and then bringing it to my co-writers and sort of, kind of maybe micromanaging more. And I felt like on this record, it was more about delegation. It was more about finding people that I really loved and that shared my values and my musical love. And I think we just created a really great, beautiful, organic record. So
tell me about the first single, Nobody But Me.
So the first single, Nobody But Me, was written with, so I wrote it with my co-writers, but what was interesting about it was that it sort of followed a path. Basically, I had a creed on this record, and it was whatever's best for the record, whatever's best for the song. And though I faced adversity because people had a hard time not wanting to put me in a certain sort of box, I really wanted for it to be special, and I felt like what was best for the song was to have a freestyle artist like Black Thought from The Roots, who is a great artist. And so while it was tough for some people to digest the fact that Michael Bublé might be working with a rapper, for me, it was what was best for the song. So that was the first single that dropped.
Well, it's a great song.
Well, I have a single that's coming out soon, written by two of the great, really, truly, the great young talents. It's called Someday, and it was written by Harry Styles and Meghan Trainor.
Well, I've heard rumors about this.
The rumors are true. I am joining One Direction when they get back together.
You could replace Harry in One Direction now. So how did that all come about? Because weirdly, I interviewed Meghan Trainor now about 18 months ago.
Okay.
And she revealed for the first time that she'd written this song with Harry Styles, but at that point, she thought it might end up on her album. So how has it got to you?
Well, I was working with a great producer named Johan Carlson, and he came to me and said, Mike, Megan's manager wants me to play you a song. He said, but I feel like it's a conflict of interest if I play it for you because I don't want to be that guy. Because, you get a lot of songs offered. And I said, no, go ahead, play it for me. And I loved it. It was really beautiful. It was her and Harry just singing with the ukulele and on a demo. And, I've never recorded an original that I didn't write. But I loved it. And literally, it was minutes later, I said, do you think we could call Megan? I'd never met Megan. We've talked together on social media, sort of said hi. And like a minute later, there I was on FaceTime talking to the beautiful Meghan Trainor. And it's just a great girl. She really is a lovely person. And a few months later, I said to her, listen, I love the song. I said, would you think about doing it with me on my record? And she liked the idea. And a few months later, not even a month later, we were in the studio, and in came this 21-year-old girl. She brought her mom and her dad, and she was wearing the cutest little teddy bear onesie that Ariana Grande, I think, gave her. And she was just a dynamo. She's a force of nature. I think, I've said it many times in interviews, I think she may be the most talented 21-year-old in the world. She's a great producer, she's a great songwriter, musician, I mean, a tremendous singer. And it was just a great experience. And I talked to her lots, and She's just a good kid. And, you know, sometimes, and Harry as well, like I'll say this.
Because he's always really looked up to you. So does he seek advice from you now?
No, you know what? We don't have that kind of, the truth is, fame is hard, you know? Yeah. Fame is something that, listen, I'm not saying feel sorry for anyone famous. What I'm saying is that it can stunt your growth, you know? It can, obviously, listen, we know by what we see out there that it can be something that's tough for people to handle. And that's what makes it, for me, even more special to see a guy like Harry Styles or a woman like Meghan Trainor who are that young, who have had this much success and handle it with the dignity that they handle it with, truly, and the grace. And I think that what I know about Meghan, what I know about Harry, is that through all of this great success, through all of these massive things happening and these life-changing experiences, they've still stayed kind, humble, empathetic. They're just real. And I think that's really a rare thing in this business. And you know, meeting so many people.
Very rare.
There's one thing when you meet like that person on camera, like me, for instance. On camera, I come off probably as humble. That's Canadian. We fake sincerity better than anyone else. When the camera turns off, I spit a lot at people.
A complete monster.
I'm just mean. I scoff at any children's charity.
I can confirm this is all completely true. Now, you've had a very dramatic few months yourself, because in June you obviously went through some pretty major vocal surgery.
Oh God, you scared me. I thought it was something worse.
I was about to bring some huge revelation. No, but it's a huge thing, isn't it? I mean, talk to me about that experience. And did you ever actually think, my goodness, what if I can't sing again after this, which is a risk?
No, I'm really rich. I didn't think of that at all. No, you know what the truth is? I don't know that I actually needed the surgery. I think there was a great desperation to be put into the same sentence as Sam Smith and Adele.
It's almost like you have to do it just to be cool
like that.
these
You know
days.
what I mean? Just to be, it's like a tattoo or something. Like everyone's got that tattoo. And I was like, you know, let's just get this done so that when they talk about surgery, it's like Adele and Bublé. No, it was, you know what, it was, it's a little bit scary. Listen, I'm a dad. I got two beautiful little kids, and they're my whole life. And at the end of the day, even though I was trepidatious like anyone would be about having something like that, you know, your question about was I scared that I would ever be able to sing again? Being a dad gave me something that I couldn't have got anywhere else, and I gave me context, and the fact is that I realized that nothing really matters as much, you know.
Very true.
It really is, man. And so I thought, God, at the worst, I've had a great run, and I love what I do. Perhaps I'll go into another form of entertainment. I mean, you know, you have those things in the back of your mind, but
you'd be a great news presenter, I think, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes. I think I would be a good news presenter.
I can imagine that.
Sometimes I have to do liners and stuff for, like, you know what I mean? For, like, if I have a single coming out or the fragrance or whatever. And I'm very much like Ron Burgundy from Anchorman. If you put it on the teleprompter, I will read it exactly the way it is. Hello, I'm Michael Bublé.
Now, you have struck up a friendship which struck everyone in the UK as quite random, really. But you've actually become very close with Peter Kay after performing with him at the Royal Variety Show in 2009, I believe. So tell me about that. How does that happen? What's a friendship with Bublé and Peter Kay like?
I think I'm really lucky to know someone like Peter Kay. I don't think Peter Kay considers me his best friend by any means, but I really value having a relationship with Peter. I think Peter is a really beautiful, kind, intelligent, deep, intellectual, and I'm fascinated by our conversations. And I know that probably disappoints people because they expect for me to tell them that we laugh. But Peter's, you know, I've gone through these kind of things, and just for me, Peter's somebody who's really been a great listener, you know, and been, you know, I've been able to sort of talk with somebody who understands maybe what I'm going through. And again, you know, there's a common thread between some of the people we're talking about. They're real. Peter's. I know it's hard for you guys because I know Peter for you is this massive, massive star, and I know he's a massive star. But I think of Peter just as a really beautiful guy that I'm lucky to know. And you know, and you know, anytime things have been tough, he's always been there, you know, for a phone call, and he's just a really good guy. And I'm really fortunate that I get to have a guy like that.
You're very lucky.
Yeah, really I am.
Now your wife, Louisiana, who is a bit of an actress and a growing actress, I guess, in the industry. And I was fascinated to learn that when she is on set, you are actually there as the nanny for her to look after the kids.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a bunch of wives that would get upset if you said, you know what? I think that I'm the dad, right? So it's not, I'm just being a dad.
But it's nice, I guess, to return the favor.
I know you can't say this on morning television, but my wife calls it, I'm the set. The set. I can't say it.
The set sounds like itch.
Yes. And which means that, like, you know, it's her saying, like, Mike, bring me a coffee. And Mike, because, you know, like changing the diapers and feeding giving the formula and whatever, that's not being a manny. That's just being a dad, you know.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
But I do love. You know what? I love being there. She's good to me, and I love getting to for her to know that. Listen, it's really fulfilling for her work the same way that this is fulfilling for me, and I don't want her to resent me for not being able to do it, even though, you know, you wouldn't think that would happen. But
going to have a little game to end.
I would love that,
if that is all right.
Absolutely.
So we have 2 bats here. So one bat, you're crying a river. Oh. The other bat, you're crazy in love. Okay.
I was hoping the game was that you would spank me with these.
That comes after if you win.
Okay. I know it's going to sound weird to people, but I'm into that stuff.
I'm not at all surprised, Michael. I'm not at all surprised.
My safe word is nobody but me. All right. Okay.
So when I say, I'm going to say a phrase, and just whatever comes into your head in terms of whether you are crazy in love,
left, I don't like it.
River.
Right, I like it.
Absolutely.
Right, like, left, tap,
yes.
smeft, left, smeft.
So are you ready?
Yes.
Selfies. Justin Bieber. Beards.
Wait, I want to go 7 times for Justin Bieber.
He deserves it.
A selfie with Justin Bieber, 75 of those.
Beards.
Beards?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wish I was a hipster, really. I would have like a whole elastic bands.
You're in the area, actually. You just need to head down to
I saw it out there. They look good.
The Kardashians.
Crazy love.
Kanye West.
I'm jealous of their fame and their followers on social media. Kanye West. I ain't nothing but a gold digger.
Okay, we need something you don't like then. Early mornings.
Oh, God, I love them.
Amazing for us.
I really do.
Amazing for us.
Truly.
Working out.
Crazy love for it. You know what? I really do like it. I don't know why. I'm like addicted to it.
Yeah.
It feels really good. I'm waiting to hate something. Give me something to hate.
Full English breakfasts.
Oh, God, the beans with the little tomatoes and
some black pudding.
Oh, my God, some of that pudding. Worcestershire sauce, yes.
Right. Brussels sprouts.
Oh, my God, I love them so much.
Oh, my goodness.
Nothing like the gas
Is there anything you don't like? Okay, here's one that you must not like.
Okay.
Piers Morgan.
Oh, my... Piers? Okay, it's weird going to say this is going to be weird. I know people are not going to like this, but I got a poster of him on my bedroom wall with little kisses all over it. And next.
This is, you do not know what that is going to do for his ego. Olives.
Oh, God damn it, I love them so much. Excuse me the language. I am so sorry.
Flying.
Oh, God, I love it. Even when the engine goes out, 2 engines go out. I think I love being up here.
Dark chocolate.
What?
Dark chocolate.
Oh, God, the more bitter, the better. Give me something, please.
Camping.
Love it. No toilets. Cold.
Snow.
I love him so much. The rapper you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, something down the lane. A leaky boom boom down. Take a bite, he's all right today. Don't feed it down the lane. A leaky boom boom.
Going bald.
Love it.
Getting really old. Your new album failing to go to #1.
That would make me cry me a river.
Thank God.
Please, God, give me album sales.
The most positive man in the entertainment industry.
I hate that about people when they're positive. Can't stand it.
If you'd like to see even more great guests, then click here. There are plenty more fantastic interviews to come, so make sure that you subscribe.